What am I gonna do? You know what, Jalen? Last thing I'm gonna say is I quit!
Wow, Julian, that was quite the temper tantrum.
Listen to me. I don't want to play anymore if you're always gonna win. I'm done here.
Well then, do you want me to lose every time?
Yes, no, of course not. It wouldn't be fair, but I wanted to be the winner.
That doesn't sound very fair or like you're thinking of others, though.
Well, if I don't get my way, Jalen, I'm done. Quit, done.
Really?
Done.
That's not how things work anywhere.
You know what? It sounds good to me. I think I'm gonna go now. I'm done. I'm not playing anymore.
If we quit whenever things are hard, we aren't really relying on God's strength or thinking of others.
Well, let me think about it as we head into worship, but right now I quit!
Waking up knowing there's a reason. All my dreams come alive. Life is for living. With you, I've made my decision. You lift me up, fill my eyes with wonder. Forever young in your love, this freedom's untainted. With you, no moment is wasted. See the sun now bursting through the clouds. Black and white turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now. You lead the way, got your right beside me. In your love I'm complete. There's nothing like living with you. This life you created, I choose. See the sun now bursting through the clouds. Black and white turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now.
there! I'm not letting my friend quit that easily.
I'll try and stop me. This is too hard. I am really bad at that card game, and I would much rather quit, leave it all, bye-bye, than embarrass myself and lose again.
No, give me a chance, see? Even our referee was going to run after you.
No!
Let me help you overcome this. I will guarantee by the end of this lesson, you're going to be so much more confident in what you're doing.
Let me think about it. He's gonna help me. Well, you know what? All right. I'll try it, and I'll try to stick it out. I mean, I am pretty curious at how you're gonna help me with this when I just want to quit.
Well, it may be a challenging road ahead, but trust me, it's worth it. Quitting is not an option around here.
Fine, what do I have to lose? So, well, Jalen, what do you do when you want to quit?
Well, have you ever thought about trying to take a step back from the situation and pray to God?
And pray to God? Well, maybe sometimes, but okay, let me be honest, not always. And I tend to kind of give up, forget about it, and shove it under the rug and just run away.
That's okay. Here, let me give you the backstory of Nehemiah. He really needed God, and God showed up.
Man, let's watch it.
God had blessed his people, the Israelites. They enjoyed a rich and fertile land, living in safety behind their giant protective walls. They even got to eat pizza for dinner every night.
Yeah, pepperoni!
God's agreement with Israel from the very beginning was that if they followed his law, their lives would be great. On the other hand, if they rejected his law, things would get bad.
What do you mean you're out of pepperoni?
No, worse than that. God allowed wicked nations around Israel to take over their city and send the Israelite people away from their home.
I have to live in Detroit now?
Worse, Babylon.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Well, at least they didn't damage our city.
Actually, they did.
Double fiddlesticks.
So the Israelites were forced to leave their home and make the long, difficult journey to Babylon. Many years later, a new king named Artaxerxes ruled over Babylon.
I am king. My name has 2 X's because I am double extra good at being king.
Yes, well, anyway, this king actually allowed some of the Israelites to go home to Jerusalem, although some of the Israelites stayed in Babylon and continued to serve the king.
Like me! I'm Nehemiah, cupbearer for the king. What does a cupbearer do, you ask?
Excuse me, Nehemiah. I'm the narrator. I'll tell the story, please.
Oh, no prob, Bob. Just here to help.
My name's not Bob.
Roger that, Roger.
Anyway, as cupbearer, Nehemiah's job was to taste all the king's food and drink to make sure it wasn't poisoned.
Try this one, Nehemiah.
Oh, this tastes like fart.
Oh, yummy. Give it back.
Gross. Well, one day, Nehemiah's brother traveled from Jerusalem to visit Nehemiah.
What's up, bro? How are things back home?
Oh, well, gee, let me tell you, things could be a whole lot better.
What's wrong?
Well, nothing much. Just our entire homeland is still completely destroyed.
Even the pizza place?
Especially the pizza place.
Triple fiddlesticks.
Oh, no! That's terrible.
Yep. The walls are destroyed. The homes are destroyed. The city gates have been burned with fire. It's a disaster. It's like when your little sister gets in your room and messes with all your stuff. That is, if your little sister is like a tornado of fire and evil, and your stuff is the city of Jerusalem.
Oh, my.
Oh my, indeed. Nehemiah was so sad about what had happened to God's people and their city that he cried for days. He didn't eat anything either. He just prayed to God. He admitted that he and his people had disobeyed and that this mess was really their fault. But he also knew that God had promised to rescue them if they turned back to him. So Nehemiah had a plan.
I have a plan. Excuse me, King?
What's wrong, Nehemiah? Are we all out of fart drink?
No, no. Here you are.
Refreshing. Now what did you need?
If it pleases the king, I would like to take a vacation to my homeland.
Yes, I hear your people could use some help rebuilding.
Yes, you heard that from me.
Oh, that's right. Well, how long would you be gone?
12 years.
That seems like an awfully long time. Who will pour my fart drink?
Do you pay in pizza?
Sure.
Yippee! It's a deal!
Very well, Nehemiah. You may go. And with my blessing, take all the men and supplies you need.
So Nehemiah embarked on a long journey back to Jerusalem and determined to rebuild his city.
Well, there were people in the video that were wanting to quit. Why can't I just quit, Jalen?
Well, but did you see what happened to them?
Yeah, Nehemiah cried for a day. I'll just do the same and give up.
No, Nehemiah didn't give up. He had a special plan. Here, think of it this way. If you get into something really deep and you want to keep going, but it just gets too hard and you quit, that doesn't make it any better.
But why not? I don't feel like continuing. Giving up is just easier. Like I said, I'm afraid of failure. I just don't want to do it.
Don't be afraid. Remember, God is awesome. He will fight for us. And
right.
Just give all your fear and worry to him. He'll carry it. He's already overcome it.
Oh, well, you're right, but what do you mean he's overcome it all?
Well, Jesus was sent to the earth to help us. Better yet, Jesus puts friends and family in our lives to help us and make us better, like Homer and Hoops. Check out what Hoops did to Homer.
Let's do it.
Don't quit! Don't quit! You can do it! Don't quit, Homer! You can do it, Homer! Don't quit! Way to go, Homer! Keep going! Don't quit! Yeah! Don't quit, Homer! You can do it! You can do it! Don't quit! Yeah! 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 Don't quit! You're number one. Say it with me. Don't quit. 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 Don't quit.
Wow, he followed him around and encouraged him throughout his workout?
Wow.
Homer really didn't quit.
Wow, just like I'm about to help you do this week's challenge.
Ooh.
Don't worry, Julie. I'll be right next to you, cheering you on.
Okay.
Attention! Up on your feet right now! Takeaway for the day, straighten those spines, and let's get to it.
All right, KE friends, you know the drill. What time is it?
Challenge time!
Yes, we have a really fun and exciting summer event. At the end of the summer, we're gonna have the best thing ever, a water dunk tank. So what does that mean for our KE friends? Well, each Sunday this summer, we're all competing for one winner to be named the champion. And let me tell you what this champion wins. They win a really cool and exciting gift. Then, at the end of the summer, we will have a really fun service planned where 2 teams will compete for one chance to dunk 1 KE liter. Oh yes, check this video out.
No, what did I do?
Everything.
Oh no!
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
No. Okay, my turn. No. I only have one ball. Yes! All right, guys, it's time to run in place. So, KE friends, stand up right where you are. Jalen, are you ready to run in place?
I'm ready.
Okay, guys, so as you can see, Jalen is gonna start running in place, and you guys are gonna compete to see who can stay running in place for 30 seconds. You're gonna do it, and if there's a lot of people at the end of those 30 seconds, you're gonna keep going until there's one winner. You guys may be sweating a lot, so make sure you drink your water, but keep going. Come on, Jalen. Oh yeah. If you guys are running out there, just don't stop, and then we're gonna make it harder. All right, Jalen, what if they have to run like a mummy? Now they have to put their hands up. They have to do this. Then they have to put their hands up this way. Oh, that's so hard. All right, now you gotta hop on one leg and keep running. Oh man, that's hard. All right, KE friends, repeat those steps, and if you guys are still running, then man, you guys are champions. But make sure there's one winner at the end.
Come on, Julie. You can do it.
No,
Almost there.
I don't want to go.
You got this.
I don't want to
You got this. Come on.
Almost there. Okay, faster.
A little more.
Okay,
Come on.
I got it.
There we go. Yeah, there you go. You did it. Wow. See, I told you I'd be right there beside you. And you did so amazing. You got so many steps.
Wow, I guess you're right. I did want to quit in the halfway point, but you were so encouraging, Jalen. I was able to push through those hard moments, and I kept going, although I will say I'm tired.
Well, I knew you had it in you. But I meant to ask you earlier, what makes you want to quit when times get hard?
Well, to be honest, I guess I just don't think I have it in me, you know? And besides, losing is the worst. I don't want to lose. Nuh-uh.
What? I don't think that. I believe in you.
You do?
Have you ever thought of practicing the card game more often? When we keep showing up to try things, we get better and better until we get to a breaking point when tasks just get easier.
You're right. I guess I don't think I've ever tried that. Usually, at that point when it gets hard, I tend to give up.
Well, try it out. I know you can do it.
Okay.
I'm on your team, and I will not let you quit.
Well, I guess I do have a pretty good teammate. Just how Nehemiah had his team. He really encouraged them to keep building that wall.
That's right. Let's check back with him and see what happened to the wall.
That's it. I'm done. That was the worst game ever. I couldn't catch, I couldn't throw, I couldn't even hit. I quit.
What? No way, man. I mean, come on. Your parents named you Homer. You were basically born to play baseball.
Did you hear some of the players on the other team? They were making up all kinds of junk about me. Like I was only playing so I could be team captain. What a lie. I just love baseball,
Hey,
man.
I know, man. I know. Just listen, Homer. Haters are gonna hate. Don't pay attention to those guys. Whatever you do, don't quit.
You know something, Hoops? You're right. I can't quit now, no matter what people are trying to do. It kind of reminds me of the story of Nehemiah. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course. With like the wall and the people and things.
Just check this out.
There was once a guy named Nehemiah. He lived in Babylon and worked as the king's helper. One day, a man from his hometown of Jerusalem came to see him. He had terrible news to share with Nehemiah. The wall surrounding Jerusalem, the one that protected them from enemy attacks, was in bad shape, and they needed his help. Nehemiah knew what he had to do, so he asked permission from the king to travel back to his home and help rebuild the wall. The king told him that he was good to go, so he packed up and went on his way. When Nehemiah arrived, he saw that the wall was in crumbles and that the people of Jerusalem were upset and scared. Nehemiah was glad he came to help, but knew he couldn't rebuild the wall alone. He encouraged everyone to work as a team to rebuild the wall together. Nehemiah's team helped and worked hard, doing their part. But Jerusalem's enemies were not happy about this teamwork. They came up with a plan to stop this rebuild from happening and sent Nehemiah a message. asking if they could talk to him. Nehemiah didn't want to quit, so he sent them back a message saying, "Sorry guys, I'd love to sit and chat, but I'm super busy working with my team to rebuild this wall. Maybe next time." Those guys just wouldn't give up and sent Nehemiah 5 more messages and even threatened to spread lies about him. But each time Nehemiah replied the same way, letting them know that there was no way he was going to quit rebuilding the wall. His enemies realized this back and forth message thing wasn't going to work. This time they hired a guy to try to convince Nehemiah to stop rebuilding the wall. He told Nehemiah that people were trying to kill him and that the only way he would be safe was to go to the temple with him. Nehemiah realized that this guy had been sent by his enemies to scare him. Instead of giving up, Nehemiah kept working and praying to God. He also encouraged the rest of his team to do the same. Soon enough, the wall was finished, and in a record time, only 52 days. Things were tough for Nehemiah and his team, but they never quit. Instead, they worked together, and Jerusalem was again safe from their enemies.
In this story, things were getting really tough for Nehemiah and his team.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys were doing anything they could to get Nehemiah to quit. They were spreading terrible lies about him and trying to trick him all that time.
I know, and Nehemiah didn't quit. Neither did his team. When the enemies made things really hard for them, they just didn't quit because they knew God wanted them to build that wall.
Yes, he kept on going. Nehemiah and is on God's team.
Yes, he
and
is.
So are all of you, KE friends. And on God's team, players don't quit.
You're right. Players don't quit, and I shouldn't quit. And you know what? That brings us to our takeaway for the day.
On God's team, players don't quit.
On God's team, players don't quit.
Players don't quit. That was pretty good, but hey, Jalen, you're my teammate. Why don't we do it together this time?
Yes, let's do it.
On God's team, players don't quit. That was so good, Jalen. KE friends, stay standing as we go over this week's Bible verse.
2 people are better than 1. They can help each other with everything they do. Ecclesiastes 4:9. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other with everything they do. Ecclesiastes 4:9. 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other with everything they do. Ecclesiastes 4:9.
Let's cheer it together. Ready? We don't quit. We don't quit. Man, today has been so much fun. Anytime you want to quit, just pray to God, take a breather, and remember to chant that dance and then have a dance party.
That is great advice. Well, before we try out our card game again, let's reflect on what we've learned. Our first question is, why is it important not to quit, even when it's hard?
Our second question is, how does it affect others when we choose to quit?
And our final question is, are there ever times when it's okay to quit?
Another awesome part about our friendship with God is praying to Him.
Oh yes, talking to our best friend.
Yes!
Am I right?
Oh, for sure.
We can tell God anything we want and ask Him any questions that are on our minds. Let's pray together, Katie friends.
Let's do it. Father God, thank you for loving us and for wanting us all to be a part of your team.
Help us not to quit, even when things are hard.
Amen. Well, I think we got our cards here. Should we try to play again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, will you deal the cards for me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm so excited. What? These are terrible cards. Jalen, you gave me really bad cards. I don't want to play. I quit. Kidding. I'm just kidding. keep you on your toes.
Well, you really are, that's for sure.
Well, what do you say? Should we actually play the game?
Yes.
Okay, here you go.